Asiago PDO, Spec Alto Adige PGI, Pecorino Romano PDO, Uncommon Flavors of Europe. Let's take a look at what makes Asiago PDO truly uncommon. Here's the first thing you'll want to know. Authentic Asiago cheese comes only from Italy. Since the time of the Roman Empire, people living on the Italian boot have been naming food and wine after their places of origin. So it's no surprise that when people started making cheese a millennium ago on the Asiago Plateau, where the town of Asiago is located, they called it Asiago. Real Asiago cheese is from a controlled area surrounding Asiago in Italy, which includes the entire provinces of Vicenza and Trento, and part of the provinces of Padua and Treviso. Asiago PDO is a unique cheese produced in a mountainous area of Italy, where the mild climate, pure air, and rich vegetation come together to create an unparalleled flavor. It's a combination of all these factors together with 1,000 years of traditions that make Asiago truly uncommon, and its flavor and characteristics unique and inimitable. Initially, sheep's milk was used, but over the course of 500 years, the sheep were replaced by cows, and today, Asiago is made with 100% cow's milk. In the early 1600s, production expanded into the neighboring areas of the Asiago Plateau, and the cheesemakers perfected the recipe of aged Asiago, also called in Italian Asiago d'Allevo or Asiago stagionato. Within this traditional aged category, we have Asiago Mezzano PDO, aged 4 to 6 months, Asiago Vecchio PDO, aged 10 plus months, and Asiago Stravecchio PDO, aged 15 plus months. Besides traditional aged Asiago, there is also fresh Asiago PDO, from a slightly different recipe. Fresh Asiago was born out of necessity and war. In 1916, the sleepy and isolated Asiago Plateau became a battleground in Italy's war against the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Suddenly, hundreds of thousands of troops massed there, and the locals needed to help feed them. Asiago had to be made faster. There was no time for skimming and resting milk or aging cheese a long time. Instead, cheesemakers transformed whole milk into cheese, pressed it, and aged it for just 30 to 50 days. The cheeses rolled out of the cheese houses in a quarter of the time it took for the traditional aged cheeses. This new, whole milk Asiago was then called fresco or pressato, meaning fresh or pressed. Think of Asiago as having 4 tasty personalities. It is mainly the aging that makes the difference in the flavor, aroma, and texture of the cheese. And the aging will also determine the best pairings in the kitchen too. Asiago Fresco goes great with orange blossom or wildflower honey and spicy jams, combined with sparkling wines like Franciacorta and Prosecco, or white wines like Sauvignon. Aged Asiago is more suited for sage, honey, and berry jams for the Mezzano, sourwood, honey, and fig jam for the Vecchio, and chestnut honey and fruit paste, the Stravecchio, while pouring a glass of red wine like Chianti and Amarone della Valpolicella, or sweet wines like Moscato. And in the kitchen? Well, Asiago's versatility is only limited by your creativity. Fresh Asiago melts like a dream for oozy grilled cheese sandwiches, yummy pizza and flatbreads, and creamy scrambled eggs. It's excellent in salads, egg dishes, and sauces. Aged Asiago can be shaved on salads and stirred into risotto. Stravecchio can be grated and served with pasta. Bakes wonderfully into crisps or as a topping on breads, scones, and biscuits. Melts well into sauces and soups. So, now that you know what makes Asiago PDO truly uncommon, how do you know you're buying the authentic one from Italy? Well, there are many imitations out there, so always look on the rind for the word Asiago pressed into it. Thank you for watching and enjoy Asiago PDO.